Hey guys, it's Tammy and John here from Introspect. We're wanting to talk to you today about numerology and the importance of knowing what year we're in, because it really makes a lot of sense when you add it up. And so the years go in a 1 to 9 year cycle, and how you find out what year you're in is you add your birthday, the month, and then the year that we're currently in. So for me, I'm born on the 22nd of January, so mine is 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. This year I'm in a 9 year, and I have only just found that out in the last couple of months, and it makes so much sense to what I've been going through this year. So a 9 year is the letting go of everything, really. That's probably, letting go of the past, letting go of relationships, letting go of cycles, letting go of beliefs, and then a 1 year. So letting go of all of that in your 9 year, and then moving into your 1 year, which is new beginnings. And when I think back to even when I started my business, I started my Flowers by Tammy business in a 1 year. And it makes so much sense because everything just picked up, and I had the passion for it, and it just flowed really beautifully. And I guess if you tried to start something in a 9 year, you would probably come up with a lot of resistance because you haven't let go of everything first.
A lot of closed doors as well. A lot of attempts of trying to move forward, but the pieces or the next step not really falling into place.
And very much feeling stuck in the mud. I've had so much feeling like I'm stuck in the mud this year. And then, you add, what's been happening in the world this year as well. And I'm, that uncertainty and not knowing where you want to put your energy. And it's been really, really, really interesting. So John is in a year 2 this year, which also makes a lot of sense because he started his the Introspect business last year in his year 1. And it has flowed beautifully.
Yeah,
and
it's picked up really quickly.
Yeah, it's been incredible. But the year before, he was trying, and you were coming up against a lot of resistance.
Well, so it was actually probably the last 2 or 3 years. So I was getting the nudges and the intuitive downloads, but I couldn't take the step. Like I couldn't put the pieces into place, like even in terms of confidence or freedom of expression, self-worth, all those little pieces, they all had to die, and the tower had to crumble, because what we had built our foundations on that was relevant to those cycles and to that stage in time of our life, even the age, and both been through marriage, both been through divorce, children, all sorts. So each cycle and stage has different learnings. So so for me, mine's I'm 24 October, so 24/10/2020. So basically I'm on a 2 year, so 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0, that equals 11, which breaks down into a single number of 2. So in numerology, you always break down the double figures by adding them back together. So if you're 13, then you break it into 1 plus 3. So that will be a 4 year that you're in. So you find that you'll have power years. And if you ever have a big astrology report done, it can give you your power year breakdown from here to 2050 if you get a full-blown one done. So but it is interesting how everything did just slot into place, and sometimes we just need to kind of ride out the 8 and 9 years. Otherwise it gets really challenging. There's a lot of internal integration of what you've learned and what you've come through. So that's when...
And I guess because actually my 8 year was a lot of... it was a lot of healing as well, but a lot of learning about the healing process, and a lot of learning around the letting go of things. And then this year's just been like letting go of so much stuff, just relationships, beliefs, letting go of the past. And when you feel like you've let go of the past, then another part of the past comes up to let go. Letting go of trauma, letting go of just so much stuff. And it has been very much like this for me this year, and but because of the learning that I had the previous year, I've been more accepting of the letting go instead of getting frustrated, although there has been some frustration. Accepting that it's just a part of the process. and really looking forward to next year.
Yeah. So it's really good. So, and what you do in year 9 as well, as you let go, if you take your time to integrate, learn, and heal, you actually start to become a bit more comfortable, well, a lot more comfortable with the process. And change is no longer a scary thing. It's actually something that you accept as an honour of a natural part of the cycle of life. You know, the same as the sun, the moon, the tides. Everything runs to a cycle, and even, you know, summer coming into winter, into spring, like, you know, we have to let those leaves go to experience all that beautiful colour and the transformation process. So yeah, it's the healing process is a big part of it though. So the more we, you know, I think that's a big thing that's been coming up for everyone, is to actually give yourself a pat on the back and really love yourself for what we have come through, instead of feeling like, wow, that was a real waste. Or let's say at the moment, a lot of relationships are ending, you know, including marriages and that sort of thing. And it's all, you know, without sounding negative, it's all bang on time. Like, not because each of us are not amazing in our own rights, or that we don't love the people that we've been with, but they've represented a cycle of learning and growth that was meant for that 1 or 2 decade period, you know, 9 or 18 years a lot of the time. And yeah, we've kind of got what we've needed to experience from that relationship. We've got the learning and growth.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, like a lot of people are actually just stepping into their own, and it's really beautiful to see people, you know, stepping into that and finding a passion for something, and taking the scary steps of stepping into it, regardless of, you know, actually not knowing what's on the other side, which is awesome.
It's so important though, isn't it, to have faith?
Just leaning into that fear, and yeah, like just trusting that the universe has you, and you know, that the next amazing thing is just going to arrive. And then whether it's an opportunity or a person that you need to meet or whatever it is.
So even with our meeting, that would have been bang on the end of my 9-year cycle, and straight into, because we've been just a bit over 2 years now, so that would have been right on my reset and my start of my brand new cycle. And
it was at the beginning of your 9.
Yeah, and I was very, very clear on what I wanted by that stage. So yeah, because we're into a 2 year now. Yeah. So
I was trying to do the maths.
So yeah, it's but it was interesting because I knew in every part of my body had gone through a really hermit introvert stage, like, and it wasn't just over like 1 or 2 weeks. It was over like months and years. Like, I'd got to this really split energy kind of finale, and I just had enough of so many things. But then that leads us to launch new rockets for that next phase, and a greater inner knowing of what we want and what we want to experience in the next stage. And then everything worked out really fast. Once you go and allow that stream of life to take you, it's really beautiful. And you no longer feel scared of it. It's you accept that it's just a really extremely natural part of what we're doing and what we're here to experience. So yeah, if we know that many of you are going through really big changes, like even jobs. Like, so many people are sick of their jobs, sick of their work.
Lots of people changing jobs or moving towns,
houses, towns,
cities. Even diet has changed a lot in the last couple of years. It's really interesting what's going on in the world right now, and all the amazing changes that we're bringing forth. So
it'd be cool to hear from anyone though, like if you guys are going through shifts and changes and you're really unsure about it, because it can be really scary, especially if you're just new to the internal like self-development work. But it's
even look up your numerology, look up your year and see what it says about your year. So you can just look up numerology online and work out your year, and then have a geezer and see what your year, what it says about your year, and then kind of just take a little look back on this year and see if it makes sense and falls in. I've found it incredible, and I keep reminding myself that it's okay, that I'm not pushing to do anything or be anything, or that it's okay to just be and just, you know, roll and ride the waves that have ebbed and flowed, and be accepting of that and not judge it, because former me would have definitely judged why aren't you busy, and why aren't you doing this and doing that, and
Totally.
yeah,
Come a long way.
yeah. It's a lot of retraining of the mindset to get out of that busy state, and even saying, when people say, "How are you?" and you say, "Oh, I'm really busy, really good. I'm really busy," and it's kind of like, actually, yeah, my business is full, but I'm not busy, as in I'm not being a busy fool.
Stretched, overworked.
Yeah, and stressed, and no, I actually take the time to honour myself and look at time quite differently.
So that's a big shift. That's a really big shift that Tammy's personally experienced even since we've known each other.
Yeah.
With the family, with the work,
pattern.
Breaking programs and cycles and habits, and So none of us are exempt from this. Like we have all had parental teaching, belief systems.
Not always from parents. Sometimes from employers or friends or even partners. I actually took on a lot of beliefs of my ex-husband that I now realise were not my belief, and but I took them on like they were mine and owned them. So just realising that it's okay to let that go. It's actually really healthy to let it go.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if any of you are finding it challenging or struggling, leave us a message down below. We'd love to hear from you and share some thoughts, and we'll respond to anyone that has any questions and that sort of thing, because at the end of the day we're here to help, and whether we know it or not, we're all in this together. We're all going through our phases and changes, and we don't all want to shift at the same time. Like, it's been really helpful.
That would be one crazy ass world.
Yeah, like if we were both shifting at the same time, I'm really glad that we're offset a couple of years, because it meant that the learning, growth and integration that I had just gone through, I was able to hold myself in a much calmer space as well. And also for the clients that have come through too, because many of them are coming to this end of cycles. And it's really nice to be the calm one, like especially when COVID hit and that. I just felt so grounded and calm and supported, because I'd already been through my COVID periods like over the last few years before that. So it was really nice just to be able to feel really stable and sure as we stepped into it.
And for me, it was actually just integrating what I had learned about being still. It was actually integrating it. It was a wicked opportunity for me to actually not have the pressures of work and school and everything that comes with everyday life, and just be able to fully step into that just being. So
Cool.
Okay. Good stuff. So comment and we'll talk to you, and we'll put the formula for your numerology year in the comments so that you can work it out, and we'd love to hear from you.
Cool. Have a good day, everyone. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.